Alrighty, guys, welcome in, welcome in. So yesterday was not, it did not go well. It was going well in the first half for us. As we know, we had Saquon Barkley over 95 and a half rush yards. Is he had like 50 at half, which was all right. We could have did better. The defense was really cracking down on the inside runs, but it was obvious when Saquon was going to run. They only ran him in pistol, and they never ran him in any other formation. Pretty much all night, which was annoying and very easy to tell for a defensive coordinator whenever they're going to run the ball. Of course, you always have to account for if you keep running it in that formation, they might fake the handoff and throw, but most of the time when Saquon Barkley was lined up directly behind Jalen Hurts, either under center or uh, uh, under the gun, they just handed off every time. So let me switch to here. There you go. Saquon Barkley over 95 and a half did not hit yesterday, so on we go. So today. I don't have that good of a cinematic for you guys today. It's just easy, easy thing I made up really quickly. So I don't have like all the things that confluences of why we took these plays. I will say, of course, the main points why we took the plays. So and then I'll probably have a video for you guys for tomorrow's college football Saturday. I don't want to, risk posting that tomorrow morning, and it'd be hard to, maybe I run late on something. I don't know, but I'll have that out today as well, so it'll be a lot easier day before to get into plays and whatnot. All right, so first play, as you can see there, is center and Felix Oj Aliassime over 30 and a half. I like this one because FAA is on basically one of the best runs he's ever been on in his life. He took down Rublev, Zverev, and Demonor in a row. No slouches at all on the tennis court. Center obviously will be the next step up and the best return he's seen this U.S. Open, but Rublev, Demonor, and Sasha, definitely no slouch on return at all. Deep, hard rallies from Rublev, taxing rallies with Demonor and Sasha. I think he can stay in there with center here. I think they, he doesn't have to cash 30 and a half doesn't have to cash with a four setter. I think he can take a set off of him, but this can cash without Felix taking a set. Now I was thinking, this or the 7.5. I ultimately chose this, 7.5 games for Felix against center. I ultimately chose this because I could see a 7-6 in there. He might get, you could always toss a 6-1 in there like he did against Bublik center. So I just don't want to risk that. I think the better outcome is, FA could get it to tie break multiple times here, and he might win one. If he wins one, then we probably automatically cash there. But yeah, I think if you wanted to go 7.5, I don't mind that. Honestly, I don't hate it. But, just me personally, I'd rather go with the 30 and a half. I think that's the safer play. So, yeah, and these are all 1 units, by the way. So, yeah, we got that one. Second play is Chiefs and Chargers. Let's see, Chiefs and Chargers here. So last year, Chiefs and Chargers, they played 3 times, and none of the games were even close to 47. I really don't even understand the line. We got the Chargers are one of the slowest teams in the league now under the new coach Harbaugh. They're literally 32nd in seconds per play. So they run the clock down almost all the way. just for regular drives. They are extremely slow, so that will melt the clock itself. The Chargers defense is also they're sixth in EPA, so that's really good. The Chiefs are only 18th, so that's not ideal. But the Chargers are also, they're I think I didn't have it written down here, but they're like 18th or something in offense. So pretty much middle of the pack in everything here besides the Chargers defense. Chiefs offense is 11th. Chargers offense is 13th. Oh, 13th. My bad. And another thing that I like about this game is it's a neutral field. So you don't have, I usually adjust the score like, 2 or 3 points for the home team, but here you don't have to because of the neutral field. And most neutral field games are going under anyway, so that also helps us. I believe it's like 25 to 33 overall historically. Uh, so the overs hit 25 times and the unders hit 33. So I like that. And yeah, I think that's a good play here. Chiefs to Chargers under 47 in Sao Paulo, Mexico. And then the last one here, James Madison plus 15. Earlier this week, just looking at the week games instead of on Saturday, it was hovering around 14, 13, 13 and a half, and then now 14 and a half and 15 depending on the book. Uh, I think that's just from a lot of people coming on to Louisville and bets coming in on Louisville just because it's the ACC matchup against the Sun Belt and really nothing else. I don't see any reason that Louisville is being propped up to 15 besides just money coming in on them. I'm sure it's I should have checked, but I'm sure it's a pretty good disproportionate amount on Louisville instead of James Madison here. But a couple things. Louisville is also a extremely slow team. They were 100th last year out of 130 teams. So that'll just burn the clock itself. And James Madison didn't even lose by 15 last year, not once. And they played pretty good teams. They played North Carolina, ACC team. So, the last ACC team they played, they won by 20. It was 70 to 50, which was crazy. James Madison also not that fast of a team, especially last year. I'm surprised they scored 70. This quarterback is also pretty good, and Louisville overall just didn't impress me. Last game, 3 interceptions. Not that good of a defense. They threw a pick 6 against Eastern Kentucky, and I understand James Madison played Weber State, and they are, abysmal, obviously. But give me 15 here. They didn't lose by 15 once last year. They beat an ACC opponent last year. I don't see why I wouldn't take James Madison at this prime number of 15. A great number to be at. I wouldn't lay 15 with Louisville for sure. Of course, they're playing in Louisville. That doesn't help, but 15 for a team that beat an ACC team last year and against a Louisville team that barely won by 15 more than I think they might have won 2 or 3 times by 15, and one of them was against Austin Peay. So not very often, and they of course have a different quarterback this year, and he's not good like we already went over. He threw 2 of the 3 picks, and one of the picks were a pick 6. So obviously not ideal against who did they play? They played also terrible team, so not good first week. So I think I like these 3 plays all one unit, and hopefully we can bounce back, guys. I will have another video, guys, for tomorrow. College football Saturday, I'm still working on that. Got a few plays I like too, so 2 units should be coming your way for tomorrow, and it should be a fun one. We got tennis as well too. At a side note, Anna Samova yesterday was turned. That was a good match, and we'll have that match tomorrow. I probably won't be having anything on that, but That should be a good match. American against Anisimova or against Sabalenka in the U.S. Open Women's Final. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna have all my links to my socials down below, and stay tuned for that next video.